Pennsylvania, the GOP official that you quote says basically by asking Mehmet Oz to declare victory, Donald Trump is effectively canceling those 2/3 of the votes that Joe just talked about, Republican votes. Right. So what is the posture? I mean, again, it is different in every race in every state, but what is the posture broadly of these state parties toward Donald Trump as you look at Pennsylvania and you look at Georgia?
Well, if you look at Pennsylvania's state party, there is that person I quoted is Rob Gleason, a former chair of the party there. There is just a lot of kind of disappointment with him. There's a lot of soul searching and hand wringing, like, should we have gotten involved, the Pennsylvania Republican GOP is saying, and tried to coalesce behind another candidate than Mastriano, because they just don't believe, they don't believe that Mastriano could win in the general election. In Georgia, it's a different story. It's a very Trumpy chair of the GOP there, and there's been a bit of a Georgia civil war within the Republican Party and kind of within the Republican establishment ever since 2020, certainly since the 2020 elections. The chair there is just well known as just wanting to do whatever Trump wants to do, and Trump has endorsed and supported kind of an entire slate of statewide candidates in Georgia. Now, Trump is going to walk away as a winner from Georgia, or at least he'll fashion himself as one, because of Herschel Walker. He's expected to have a big blowout win for U.S. Senate there, football star. Trump recruited him to run for Senate in Georgia. And you're going to hear a lot about that out of Donald Trump's mouth, and you're not going to hear a lot about Perdue. In fact, there's one of the Trump advisors we spoke to said Donald Trump has done more to elect David Perdue than David Perdue. Trump apparently believes that Perdue's work ethic has been kind of shoddy. And some of the Republicans in other races, when we've discussed Perdue with them, one consultant told me, look, the problem with Perdue is Perdue. He doesn't really like campaigning. He doesn't really like voters. He doesn't really like raising money and talking to donors. And he doesn't really like giving campaign speeches. That's kind of a problem if you're going to run a statewide campaign. And part of the result of what we're seeing in the polls so far with Kemp dominating him is just that fact that Perdue probably just wasn't the right candidate, or this just wasn't the right time to take on a Republican candidate like Governor Kemp in this year when he's running for re-election.
Yeah, well, of course, as Alex points out, Donald Trump criticizing somebody's work ethic, that's laughable considering the man had too much executive time on his hands so he could watch cable news all day.
Lots of TV watching and tweeting.
While president.
As long as he could. NBC's Mark Caputo, thank you so much for your report.